Let's start here. Police are still on the hunt for suspects following the shooting incident at Orlando East Tavern in Soweto. 15 people lost their lives and 8 others have been in hospital since. Police Minister Pegicele and National Police Commissioner General Fani Masemola have visited the scene and engaged with community members. It said that 2 gunmen allegedly opened fire on the patrons at the establishment. Let's go to Pule Letshwiti-Jones, who is tracking the story and its developments for us. Pule, just give us a little bit of what the minister said in response to what the community was complaining about, particularly with police either not wanting to help just because of a certain language you don't speak, etc.
Yeah, he's actually condemned that, saying that it was very unacceptable that some of these residents were complaining of these issues of crime in the community will not help due to those challenges that you've just mentioned right now. But at the very same time, he's leading with the idea, or rather statements, that they're now chasing 5 suspects who he believes are from Nongoma in KZN. That's according to the police officials. He's also, quite importantly, now said that he's deployed police officials to patrol in the area, and of course there will be around 5 vans now that will be catering and monitoring within the area. However, some residents still believe that this is probably just a temporary solution and they just want long-term solutions. Just before we started communicating, I just saw the Lux coming over and I thought maybe I should grab him and speak to him currently before he walks down and leaves the area. Danta, thank you very much for joining us on eNCA. Now, maybe let me just start with a reaction to the minister's pronouncements. He says that there's a move to try and ensure that they can fight crime in the area, but saying that they're also chasing about 5 suspects. Do you welcome this move as a community? What else are you looking for from the minister?
Look, the first thing that's a basic that the people are crying for is that the communities must be given more opportunity to work with the police. The intelligence that the police claim to have comes from their informants who form part of our communities. And the informants go an extra mile to get information out of me and him, the ordinary guy. If the communities are part of policing, formally, I'm not talking about small structures, even CPF, I'm saying formally, you will never find that thugs from other provinces or even other countries will come and do the crime in our communities. Right now they're given an opportunity because there's a big divide between the police and the communities. We are happy for the vans. We never used to have the 5 vans, so we can't be aggressive and fight everything that comes. It's an opportunity for us to do better in our communities. We'll work with the police. We'll do the best we can to support them. But the moral of the story, my words are simple. Every single community, it's your job to save yourself. It's your job to form yourselves, to arrange yourself, to come together and fight the crime in your community. You are allowed to. It's part of the legal process. And make sure you do it within the confines of the law so that you're not a criminal in the process of doing it. The communities are there to save themselves because no one is coming to save you. There's no Superman that's coming from the sky that's going to fall here and save your women and children and guarantee the safety of the gogos. It's your responsibilities. I know we've been conditioned for too long to believing that politicians will do things for us. They're not going to do anything for us. They haven't done much since 1994. We are here now. I mean, I said it to the young kids. My great-grandmother was a Sainyof. My grandmother was a Sainyof. My mother was a Sainyof. I'm a Sainyof. All that means is I take to the streets and I sing and I go and I scream Oliver Tambo's name. Those things are for the past. We need real change, and that we are the change that we are waiting for. These young people need a better life, and it'll only happen if we realize that there's no one who's going to come and save our communities.
I think what was quite shocking as well is like there are about over 200 taverns in this area, and there's just less of recreational facilities. That should speak to a concern as well in this community. I mean, when we were in Enyobeni, we were told that there's about 2,000 taverns in that area, and also lack of facilities, recreational facilities for these young ones. I mean, you walk in the street and there's a lot of young people here as well.
I mean, 280 liquor outlets and X amount of bottle stores. I wasn't counting bottle stores. That shows you how disgusting our leadership is. How do you let these young people be subjected to so much liquor in the space, so much drugs in the space? Let me tell you, the amount of people selling drugs are more than the liquor outlets. So if you are shocked by that state of the liquor outlets, you are still messing around. For some people in other communities, in their fancy homes in Sandton and Brighton, that are quick to jump on Twitter and say, hey, the people of Soweto this or that, they get fed the state. We live the state. We live the state. It's part of us. Young people are being fed to Nyaupe. They're being subjected to nyaupe as young as they are. And it's okay, but it doesn't happen in other communities, and they're quick to jump. And I'm very disappointed, in particular, the black people that leave the township because they now have a job and leave their gokos to be protected by people like myself and both Dix and the Soweto security cluster. It's disgusting. They are the ones that jump on Twitter and speak as if they never ever lived in Soweto. They don't know what the real challenges are. When we complain, it seems like we enjoy complaining. We are over complaining. We just like singing on the streets. We live in serious chaos for real. We don't have deliberate and intentional leadership that can take us out of our situation to the promised land. That's why I'm saying the gospel truth is that the people must take themselves from whatever the position is to the promised land. We must save ourselves and no one.
Just the last time before I wrap up here and throw back to my colleague in studio, have you been in touch with the families? And maybe secondly, what is your intel telling you on the ground? Because there seems to be some sense of belief when community members were told these 5 men, or suspects rather, that are being chased by police are from KZN as well.
Yeah, look, we're going to visit the family. What's important is that we need to work with all leadership. We mustn't compete in times like this. So I said to the councillor's office that he must take out the command. The councillor is an important element of our community, is a gateway to government. So we said, listen, all and every command will come from the councillor. We'll just enhance and amplify the councillor's command. So we are going to visit the families together and make sure there's harmony and make sure there's unity in these tough times. There's no time to do and experience what we experienced yesterday with other political parties coming here to cause chaos in front of dead bodies. So we are here as better leaders. We are not leaders of yesterday. We are leaders with a better vision so that the kids can have a better future.
All right, thank you very much. I've run out of time. That's Soweto Parliament's leader, of course, Nhlanhla Lux, just giving us reaction as to what the minister had to say regarding the tragic incident that took place that led to a mass shooting that led to the 15 fatalities, people losing their lives here. Of course, no arrests have been made yet, and the matter is still currently under investigation.
And Pule, in fact, we do have a little snippet of what the minister said a little earlier on in terms of the cartridges that were found. Let's listen in.
It was such a brutality. Bathi baqoshe inhlamvu ezicishe zibe 137 ze-AK ama-empty cartridges. I-AK ngayinye ifaka inhlamvu eziwu-30. Okusho ukuthi bayifake beyiphindelela. Lo muntu bezele ukuzobhubhisa. Joke bafike ngayo le khumba befikile. Kodwa ke manje at least siyazi ukuthi abantu ababekuleya khumba bebeyisihlanu. Bebe-5. Ngizoma lapho ke ngoba kukhona nokunye okusondelayo esesiqala ukwazi ukuthi ingoba bekwenze njani noma labo bantu bekuhluthuko kwenze njani. Sizoma lapho ke kwamanje.